Blame Truth here, and you know what? It's been a while. It's been a while since I posted a video, and it's been a while since I've opened up a Blamewiser. So we got a special Blamewiser here. It's not even Blamewiser. It's a Truth Banquet. We're just gonna open this up, a 16-ounce number here, and this is one of those caps. So not as satisfying as a sound as a regular can, but it will have to do. Guys, it is good to be back, first and foremost. I've been renovating the house for the past week, and I've just been kind of not gaming at all. So it is nice to be back in my chair, in front of my microphone, and bringing you the news. I'm just put here on this earth to bring you guys the failings and the incompetence of the billionaires and the trillionaires that have overtaken the gaming space. And the news today, good Lord, I've been covering stuff for ages, covering all sorts of news, from Activision Blizzard stealing breast milk from the female employees to the female employees exposing the Cosby Suite. Yeah, all this is real. I've covered a lot of grimy, disgusting stuff. And yet what I have to show you today is just as shocking, but in a different way. So without further ado, let's get right on into the meat and potatoes. Hit that like button, consider subscribing if you haven't, and let's get down to brass tacks, because I got a lot I want to get off my chest. So there I was on the dead as fuck Black Ops 7 subreddit, watching digital tumbleweeds roll on by, while also getting a peek at some pixelated vultures picking the bones of one of the many dead bald frauds they have buried out there, when I saw a particular topic that caught my interest. No, it wasn't this one, just this bug. Man, these Call of Duty players, let me tell you, if these people wrote a book, it would put George Orwell to shame. Just bug. I don't know what's going on over here, but typing is just, they can't be bothered, man. They gotta grind camos, all right? They're camo grinders. They gotta get those PNG images and animated GIFs that wrap around their gun like some sort of cosmic Christmas present. Regardless, I saw a particular thread, and I knew this would be the perfect appetizer for what I'm going to bring you today. I noticed some other stuff too, but this one in particular, I have to show it to you. This is a $1 trillion company, by the way, guys. Trillion with a T. Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard, which is a $1 billion company. But I digress. The thread I saw said they changed the description for the MXR in today's update. There's more to the thread, but I don't want to show it to you. I want you to just look at this image, and I want you in the comment section below to tell me what's wrong with it, okay? Do you see it? Are you watching this in the car? Or listening to this, I should say, like a podcast? Well, if you are, don't worry. I'm going to walk you through it. But write a comment out and see if you're right here. What's wrong with this particular image? Let me just read this description that they updated. Why they updated it, I have no fucking clue. Who updated it, I don't know. I don't think it's AI, unless their AI models are modeled after chimpanzees. But regardless, let's just read it. The MXR-17 says, full auto assault rifle. Okay, so far so good. Super big, powerful, accuracy. Not accuracy. Not accuracy. Accuracy. Accuracy? Anyway, accuracy and range, offset by its slower mobility and rate of fire. Did the person who wrote this have a motherfucking stroke midway through? So, I'm sorry, did I just find my next piece of merch to sell? Super big, powerful accuracy. Say in the comments. Super big, powerful accuracy. Of course, man. That's how my grandfather, who served in World War II, described his M1 Garand It reminds me a lot of this gym from Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 2022 Electric Boogaloo at Sorbin time. This was a real thing in the game. This is somehow worse, and they haven't learned anything after, what, 4 years now? Okay, so this says, allows to hear the opponent when he is close and to talk to him. That's describing what proximity chat is, by the way. I don't know, man. I don't know. But see, that's just the tip of the iceberg here. We have much worse news. I noticed something much worse scrolling this dead subreddit, and I think the game is actually just done. And I don't think that is me making a mountain out of a molehill, as I usually say. No, I think the whole fucking game is going to get beaten down into obscurity this year. After a brief word from this video's sponsor, I'm going to cover all of it and more. So you guys might know Rey Mysterio, the professional wrestler. At 50, he is moving like he is 30 because of stem cell injections. Thing is, though, I don't have Rey Mysterio money. I guess you guys don't either. But we have the next best thing here, which is my sponsor today, Black Forest Supplements. You see, bone marrow is holding millions of your stem cells hostage, but this powder sets them free. This doctor from Harvard discovered that cocoa flavanols are like a jailbreak for stem cells. They bust out like bees from a beehive in your bloodstream looking for damage to repair. Jacked up knees, they go there. Heart damage, they go there. Brain fog fixes that too. Rich people are paying 50 grand or more in Rey Mysterio's case to inject foreign stem cells, but this activates your own. No rejection, no trips to Mexico needed. Here's Dr. Simon Mills, one of the top herbal medicine researchers in the world, to back up what I'm saying.
Dark chocolate is a medicine. End of. One of the best medicines around is 50 grams, 100 grams of 75% or more dark chocolate. Brain health as well, cardiovascular health. They do studies where they've put cocoa into volunteers, that means students usually, so young kids, and they were able to show changes in the blood flow within minutes, certainly within an hour of eating cocoa. Beneficial changes in your blood flow.
They call it the heart medicine.
Yeah, heart, circulation, brain, but it also, of course, we know it contains a few other beneficial stimulating effects, sort of similar to the effects with coffee, which incidentally, as I've already said, is a medicine as well. But cocoa and chocolate does have an uplifting effect, which is why we love it so.
That's right, guys, dark chocolate, but here's where people get it wrong. The flavanols, the part that actually does anything, gets destroyed when chocolate is processed. It's like going from a raw tomato to ketchup. So hot chocolate, although I love it, it's not going to work. But Black Forest cocoa, flavanols and flavonoids, they take the finest cocoa and they extract the flavanols out of it into a 1,200 milligram clinical dose. Those flavanols are what activates your stem cells, and this is made in the USA. So guys, I put this in my morning coffee. It blends in wonderfully, only 20 calories, and any kind of ailment I have, this seems to just knock it out. Even my doctor is on board with me taking this stuff. So Black Forest just launched their New Year, New Me deal, and it's insane. 40% off their best-selling cocoa formula, available for 48 hours only. Cocoa prices keep skyrocketing, so don't expect prices to ever be this cheap again. So pick some up, guys, and take control of your health before someone else does it for you. All right, guys, welcome back to the video. Definitely pick yourself up some stuff from BFS. Great sponsor. Love their supplements. Check them out. But anyway, so this is a topic that I found a bit puzzling, okay? I just wanted to show it to you. Cheater on console. And from what I can tell in the comments section, people are all but agreeing that, yes, this is a cheater, and a lot of these people have flat out just turned off crossplay because of the cheating problem on PC. And again, the comment section agrees with them. They say not even trying to hide that they are a cheater. You can see them aiming for the heads through walls. Report them. Like that fucking does anything. But regardless, yeah, this guy says, I play on console only, and I swear to God, this guy was locking onto people's heads. I found that a bit puzzling, so I kept going, and there was another topic saying pretty much the same fucking thing here. This guy says, full-blown cheating on console. Not good. Went up against at least 2 people who were cheating like this today. Oh, and I have console-only matchmaking on, so it seems like that no longer makes a difference. Haven't seen anyone cheating the entire time until today. Very disappointing. Now, seeing that topic 2 times is a little odd, you know, after not seeing that pretty much at all. I don't think I've seen a lot of cheaters on console topics when I browse the Call of Duty subreddits. But then I saw a third one, and this represents a pattern. But it was more about the comments than anything. I could not believe this shit when I read it. Check this out. This guy says, has anyone matched with this POS? Also, cheating on console? This guy is blatantly aimbotting and maybe walling, and I've matched with him multiple times in face-off mosh pit. Also, I'm on console with crossplay turned off, so I don't know how he is cheating. The comments are mind-blowing. What I'm about to show you guys is either evidence that they have 100% lied about the open matchmaking, or the game is so impossibly fucking dead that they are lying about their player numbers. The Circana player numbers you see, I mean, it looks pretty dead on Steam where we can actually track it, but I don't think this is as popular as people say it is on console. I don't know if everyone's just on free-to-play Warzone on console or what, but like, this game has to be historically fucking dead. Look at these comments here. So this guy says, yeah, I've played him before. Top comment, by the way, on the thread. I've played him before, reported and blocked. That's kind of a coincidence in and of itself. I mean, there are apparently millions upon millions of people playing Call of Duty every single day. The odds that these two people came across this same guy has to be pretty high, right? Like, I would imagine. I'm no mathematician here. I'm no statistics expert, but I imagine the odds for that have to be pretty astronomical. Just with these two guys, okay? Keep that in mind here. But then it gets worse. This guy says, funny, I did the same. Meaning he played with the motherfucker too. Haven't had a match with him since. Didn't think he was cheating, just was sick of getting killed by him. Makes me wonder if anyone has blocked me when I'm on my knife bullshit. Again, what are the odds of that? But it gets worse. It's a small world. I've reported as well. Crazy to see this post. I was like, come on, does he really think we're gonna know? Hey, that looks familiar. This person says, I feel like the COD player base is a lot smaller than people realize because I've matched with this player many times, and it seems a lot of others have as well. This is hilarious. I've played this person many times and just thought they were a sweat. It never crossed my mind that they were cheating. I'm a bang average player, but I did grind out Singularity since launch. I've had a few impossible to kill ops who seem to have been using aimbots, but never crossed my mind with this dude. I'm on PS5, console only crossplay. This piece of shit No Life is a known cheater and has been since Modern Warfare 3. The fact that he isn't perma'd is insane. I played him yesterday in hardcore mosh pit. Can't watch a kill cam, but he was getting some absurd multi-kills. I've seen this fella before in my lobby. Yes, I did several times. Then he was reported and blocked. What in the fuck is going on? And these aren't even all the people that said they played with them. There are more. There are more people that probably upvoted comments that didn't bother to comment themselves because the Call of Duty community on Reddit apparently can barely type a coherent sentence anyway. But the absolute most insane thing came with this next comment I saw on this thread. This is absolutely fucking unbelievable. You can't wall on console, but you can use AI aimbot. AI aimbot. This guy replies and says, seen my friends stream him walling on his console. He uses third-party stuff apparently that isn't picked up by the console security measures. Been happening for the past 4 Call of Duties. Nobody believes it's possible though, so he continues to do so freely. And if you dig a little deeper in the thread, someone talks about what this is. Ben Vegas says cheating on console, is that a thing past, say, Cronus? And the Goose Be Silly, great name by the way, it is. I believe the device is called a Titan 2. I'm not 100% sure on the logistics, but I think you plug it into the console and then run it through a PC laptop. So, of course, naturally, I decide to Google what the fuck a Titan 2 is. And I find a video by a pretty big YouTuber covering it. And it might be best if I just show you what the hell he said here, okay?
So the Titan is basically an aimbot built for console. And the way it works is very different from the aimbot you see on PC. The way it works on PC is the software gets access to your memory on your computer. And that's where the game stores all the information, like the enemy locations, your location. And that way the cheating software can give you wall hacks showing exactly where all the players are, give you aimbot by targeting it and shooting exactly where the enemy is. And basically why that's never been a thing on console is because Xbox and PlayStation own the software and the hardware, making the memory on those devices impossible to access and manipulate, at least on the newer gen consoles. And this is where the Titan comes in because it circumnavigates all of that by plugging directly into your PC. It's an AI program that watches your console gameplay. The AI is programmed to target the enemies, which sends that information back to your Titan, to your controller, in order to aim for you, giving you aimbot.
Just when you think that the remaining COD player base can't sink any lower, they continue to just float right on down until they're sharing a beer with Pennywise. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. I covered many times on this channel, especially the last few videos, how AI is killing gaming. AI-generated slop art is being pushed onto us in Battlefield and Call of Duty and God knows what other games. And it's not just that. I truly believe they are AI generating just their ideas for stuff. It's why everything feels so half-assed and lazy and just flat out dog shit. I truly 100% believe AI generated the maps for Black Ops 6. Maybe not like in a program or whatever, but the AI generated the ideas, and ChatGPT gave the motherfuckers a layout and they just copied and pasted it. Because they said before the game came out, that game had classic 3-lane maps. But unless they forgot how to count to fucking 3, then no, it did not. And I think it's because they AI generated the shit they gave us in Black Ops 6. But regardless of all this, but if more people start using this on Call of Duty on console, and if more and more cheaters keep ruining little Timmy's day, then it's over. Like, people are not going to play this shit, even when it's their only fucking option. Guys, like I truly think that without Warzone specifically, and Black Ops 7 specifically, being on older gen hardware like Xbox One and PS4, Call of Duty would barely be in the top 10. I truly believe that. They actually got knocked out of the top 2 spot on PlayStation by fucking GTA 5, by the way. How old is that game now? Like 10 years old, 11 years old, or whatever? Good God. The fact that I'm seeing all of these topics and all of these people matching with this same person, I mean, the game must be astronomically dead. If this keeps catching on, they are going to flat out kill the game before they even release Modern Warfare Roman numeral 4, or whatever the fuck they're going to call it. Like, dude, I'm not kidding you guys, okay? I've been covering Call of Duty for a long time, as you know, nearly 2 decades now. I have never seen things this bad. Have you? If you've been around as long as I have, or you've been playing the game since maybe even before me, like Call of Duty 2 or Big Red 1 or whatever, let me know in the comment section. Have you ever seen interest in the series this fucking low? Just judging on sentiment alone here. Have you ever seen it this low? If people using AI to cheat on console knock out the remaining console people that, can't upgrade from their roach-infested PS4 to something newer, I am sorry. It is over. I mean, next year, I think Modern Warfare 4 isn't going to be on the old gen consoles, which I think is just a big misstep with GTA 6 coming out. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on. But the fact that I saw this many threads on the matter just on the subreddit, like in a couple of days or whatever, is worrying. I can't believe where we're at, man. I cannot believe that Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty, I thought they were going to have like this big feud this year and multiplayer FPS games would be back. Instead, we get Battlefield 6 releasing a Dead on Arrival BR, AI generating slop just like Call of Duty, having the longest season 1 of all time with maybe one good map. And we got Call of Duty not even coming out to any hype whatsoever. They didn't have players to lose when it came out, and they walked back the SBMM changes. They walked back and gaslit us on the fucking open matchmaking. Like, if Call of Duty wants to do something big with the next update, take out the closed matchmaking entirely and make the matchmaking exactly how it was in the Black Ops 7 beta. I will actually play your fucking game. That's really all it takes. The game's still pretty mid overall, but that's all it fucking takes. I mean, they want to beat Battlefield 6, which embarrassed them in sales. Well, maybe beat them by player numbers and player retention by doing the right fucking thing, you greedy schmucks. Either that or let the AI cheaters completely dismantle and kill what's left of this dying on life support player base. I'm out of time though, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring the notification bell. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.